The next thing that is really vital for you to do is to organize your document. I mentioned it earlier, but I just want to reiterate it. Make sure that you create different folder for different university. Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Moniolua. If today is your first time of coming across my video, I say a very big welcome to you. You're welcome to this family and this community that strives for academic excellence here in the United States, doing your graduate program. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always being there. You have been my support system, and also your comments have been inspiration for me to make more videos and to even know what you guys want to learn or know about. So I say a very big welcome to you. If you've been following my channel, one of the things I've always emphasized on is asking questions. I know that there are people like me that are like introvert, extroverts that really do not like asking questions, but I've learned over time that asking questions can be very beneficial. And the reason why I'm saying that this is because today's video is attributed to a question someone asked in the comment section when I talked about, I think, statement of purpose. I will look for the question and I'll put on this video how the person asks about how can I write lots of statement of purpose. And I understand. I studied law in my undergraduate, but when I was applying to grad school, I applied to criminology, I applied to women and gender studies. I think I applied for an MBA program, and I was able to use one statement of purpose and replicate it for the three universities and the three programs I applied to. In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to use one statement of purpose to apply to different programs in different schools. But before we go further in today's video, have you subscribed to this channel? If you've not subscribed, you are really missing out. I will encourage you to subscribe to this channel. Turn on your notification bell so that when more videos drop on this platform, you'll be notified. These are the hacks that I developed. Number one, the first hack is to come up with what I call an alpha statement of purpose. And this is the statement of purpose that has come to a point of finality, means that it is completed. It is a very good, strong statement of purpose. You need to have that alpha statement of purpose. The second hack is to look for certain information in your statement of purpose that's going to reoccur in other statement of purpose. For example, your work experience, your volunteering experience, your skills, those are information that will replicate in your other statement of purpose. So what I will do is that identify and I'll copy those aspects, those aspects of your statement of purpose, like your work experience, your practical experience, your volunteering experience, your soft skill, your certification, copy them and replicate them in like 4 documents. Now, when you're doing this, make sure that you create different folder for different schools. So on my laptop, I have like University of Michigan, Eastern Michigan University. They all have different folder. Wright State University, Ohio State University, Florida State University, Arizona State University. Create different folders on your laptop or even on your phone with the name of this university. Another part that may be the same in all your statement of purpose may be your long-term goal. Another part of my statement of purpose that was almost the same was my what is your plan after graduation. So because I've always had interest in the academia and I wanted to pursue a future in the academia, that's reflected in all my 4 statement of purpose. I mentioned that after my master's program, I intend to pursue a PhD program in this. And all my statement of purpose reflected that intention of mine to pursue a PhD program and to go into the academia or go into research institute. I'll try to put a copy of my statement of purpose, like two of them, so that you can see the way I replicate this information. So this is an example of my statement of purpose and how I replicate my long-term goal. And the next thing for you to do is identify what each program that you're applying to, what they want, and what is unique about them. For example, even if you're applying for the same program in different universities, there'll be something different from University A and University B and University C. You need to understand what makes each program that you're applying to stand out. For example, if I'm applying to chemical engineering in University of Michigan, and I'm also applying for chemical engineering in Arizona State University, and I'm also applying to chemical engineering in, let's say, Stanford University, as much as they're all the same program, each university have what makes them unique. So you need to check out their curriculum, their faculty, their research area. And this is important because the research area in Stanford may be different from the research areas in University of Michigan, or maybe different from the research area in like Florida International University. Also, even if you are applying to different programs, in different school, you need to also find out what University A is doing, the program that you're going for, and what University B is doing. Another thing for you to do is to customize each of your statement of purpose to fit each of this program that you're applying to. And the aspect of your statement of purpose that actually you need to customize are your introduction, especially if you're applying for a different program in different schools. I mean, your introduction may still be the same if you're applying to like chemical engineering in five different universities. I mean, most likely you may want to make a little bit tweak here and there. But if you're applying for different programs at different schools, your introduction, you need to amend your introduction. Your introduction for chemical engineering different from your introduction if you're applying for industrial chemistry or medical biomedical engineering. So you need to customize your introduction to fit into the particular program that you're applying to. Another key part of your statement of purpose that you need to adjust is your academic and professional background. For example, when I was applying for applied behavioral science and criminal justice, the way I talked about my academics is different from the way I talked about my undergraduate academics when I was applying for women and gender studies. For example, for criminal justice program that I was applying to, I emphasized on courses that relate to criminal law. I talked about how I took class in criminal law, evidence, criminal procedure in law school. So I emphasized on that. Whereas when I was talking about my academic background for women and gender studies, I emphasized on courses like constitutional law, law and gender. Those are courses that I did that relate to women and gender studies. So you need to amend your academic journey or academic experience to fit into the programs you're applying to. So if, for example, you're applying to chemical engineering in all the schools you're applying to, then you may not necessarily amend so much in your academic session of your statement of purpose. Now, regarding your professional background, you also have to customize that to fit each of the program that you're applying to. Any professional background that is not necessarily either directly or indirectly, either closely or remotely related to what you're studying, you don't necessarily have to include it in your statement of purpose. So another part of your statement of purpose that you may likely amend, especially for those that are applying to different programs at different schools, is your research interest. If you're applying to, let's say, biology in five different universities, most likely your research interest may be the same, except in some circumstances that you have to change your research interest to fit into the research culture or the curriculum of the university they're applying to. But most likely, most times I've seen that people that apply to the same program in different universities tend to retain the information about their research interest. That is because it fits into what they are going to be pursuing. The next thing for you to do is to proofread for specificity. And what that means is that you must make sure that the information, you're not putting the information meant for A to B. I always proofread my statement of purpose like 5 times. I've mentioned it on my videos that when it comes to proofreading my statement of purpose, I go through them like 5 times, even before I give it to any of my friends to proofread it for me. So make sure that the information that is necessary for University of Arizona is not imputed in the statement of purpose meant for University of Georgia. So make sure that after, because you're going to be doing lots of copy and paste here and there, so make sure that you proofread it as much as possible. The next thing that is really vital for you to do is to organize your document. I mentioned it earlier, but I just want to reiterate it. Make sure that you create different folder for different university so as to avoid confusion. And when you are proofreading, do not open like more than two Word documents at the same time. You can use your alpha statement of purpose as a template for each of the schools when you're editing it. So what I do is that I open my alpha statement of purpose and another university that I'm editing or I'm trying to work on one at a time. I do not open like two universities and my alpha statement of purpose at the same time, because there is tendency for them to be confusion or pasting a particular information in another university as against what the university I want to paste it at. So make sure that you edit one university at a time. Make sure you keep each of these statement of purpose in different folder for the purpose of organization and to avoid confusion. Now, regarding your conclusion, most times my conclusions are always the same. I'm really excited. I always end my statement of purpose in a very positive note. And so that part is like I just copy and paste it for my alpha statement of purpose to the four of them. I'm excited to be part of this university. I'm excited to be part of the university of blah blah blah. I just edit the name of the university, and I'm really excited to contribute my quota to the success of the graduate program. That's just like a sketch of what my conclusion is like. So I hope you find this video very helpful if you as you write your statement of purpose. I know that statement of purpose writing can be very stressful, and that's why I try to provide as much sample as I can in my videos. And as we always say in this channel, that this year take those baby steps, because great vision, great wealth, and greatness lie in the premise of small baby steps. We'll meet again at the next video. Bye bye.